If you haven't heard about Anchor, it is the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. Lawful Stupid just jumped over. First of all, it's free, and we love that. Secondly, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, wherever you're at, all on the go. Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you. There are a lot of other vendors out there, a lot of platforms that they will make sure your podcast gets to. So it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And you can make money from your podcast with zero minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Last time on Lawful Stupid. And so you've heard both sides of the story, one from Mayor Shaka, and you've walked over and you've heard the story of candidate Boris. And so you know the floods are coming tomorrow, and you're going to set off in the night. You're all awoken by a loud screeching noise. Literally the earth is shaking. And then you hear it, the water. It is like a 12-foot wave that is coming toward you. There is a gigantic worm-type creature.
Oh, sweet.
That has erupted up into the center of town.
Let's go kill that thing. Seems bad.
So Worm has his tail out, and he is going to almost like scorpion attack, because he can still see where the mayor is on top of him. As he does that, the mayor moves, and he stabs himself in the head, and immediately the entire thing goes limp. People begin to thank you so much for saving their town. You begin to head toward the outskirts of town now.
I'm going to take 10 minutes to create a floating disc. Have a seat. You don't have to get wet anymore.
So you all waited for the flood, and it finally came, and it brought something else with it, this giant orange-red worm. When you got into town, you saw that Mayor Shaka and candidate Boris were fighting this worm, much more so Mayor Shaka. Shaka being much more formidable opponent for this worm. And you helped with this decisive battle. And it was then that you decided it was best to track the flood back to its source in the early twilight of morning as you set off. And so before you is sort of the still cool breeze, the wind coming in, but some of the mix of a warm coming off the red eye of where the volcano is much further north, but you still feel that heat coming in every now and then. And you set off into the morning. And I don't know if you want to role play or if you just want to. I mean, so you just fought a giant worm.
Hey, I know what happens in the reviews if I talk too much. So,
well, we were floating on a disc, I believe, and doing a princess wave goodbye. I think at some point Miss B is gonna fix her skirt dress thing so that it's not dragging out behind her for when they actually do have to walk through the mud. So it's all tied up around her waist.
I'm the only one walking through the mud right now. That's fine.
Yeah, fair enough. Right now it's pretty soggy. It's probably just above the coverage for the top of your shoe, so it's annoying if you have like a mesh type shoe. You're gonna have soggy socks, and that is truly the worst enemy in D&D. Great, got it. So you end up at the final boss, and you're level 3, and we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative. All right, so you're going to travel for a day and a half. It happens the sun rises on you, and the sun is going to go ahead and set. Would you like to rest, or would you like to continue to travel to follow this?
I would like to rest.
Okay. So as you set up camps, you try to go to a little higher area, maybe where the water didn't quite touch, so that you're not having to sleep in this soggy area.
With our heads in the mud.
With your heads in the mud. And then so who's going to pull first guard?
I will. Me. Okay. Lucian.
All right, can you roll a perception check for me, please?
I would love to. I rolled a 16.
Okay, you see what seems to be very, very far in the distance. You're in a pretty flat landscape as far as things go right now. You can see just very faintly in the distance, probably 2 or 3 days walk is like, the beginnings of some mountains, perhaps maybe the ones you're looking at. But before that, you see the tiniest speck of what a light appears to be probably a camp, a fire that's been started a couple days away. Who's up next?
I'll go next. Oh, wait, no, I won't, because I need a real sleepy time. Oh wait, no, I don't. I don't sleep. No, yeah, I do sleep. Shit, I don't even know how my character works. I sleep.
Miss B.
I sleep half the time they do, so I guess I'll go.
Yeah, you're next.
Okay, roll
I'll be
a
last.
perception check for me.
A what check?
Perception.
Okay.
Perception.
Oh, beautiful.
42.
13.
Okay, you're good. Nothing happens. You don't notice anything that would be untoward. And then lastly, William, roll a perception check for me for your watch.
I don't know that when you fail a perception check and they say you're good, that's like a good thing.
You didn't fail.
Oh, you're good.
I worry about it, honestly, but I'm putting on a face.
I rolled a 14.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just go back
you
to sleep.
also you can see the smoke kind of in the morning where the morning's coming up in that same extreme far distance. It's not just, a hop, skip, and jumping away, but you see the smoke now, kind of where that fire was either just put out. Are you someone who likes coffee, candles, dice, and dice-adjacent goods? Oh yeah? Well, we've got something for you. We have some great sponsors that want to make sure you are never in short supply. We Lawful Stupid want to help cut you a deal to get those goods and support some local business. Check out lawfulstupid.org/affiliations to see everyone pumping out great products and how to get great deals and discounts on those items. Just to name a few we work with: Cantrip Candles, Bound Familiar Coffee, and Critical Dice, among others. Head on over to lawfulstupid.org/affiliations or click the link in the description to get more info. Okay, and so you pack your things up and you walk for probably half a day. And what you'll notice as you begin to walk is coming into view to your left and extending as far as you can see is a large canyon, gigantic canyon. So as far left as you can see and about as far out as you can see is just this canyon. It seems to be probably 100 yards deep or more, with these different pillars of canyon sticking out as it extends. To the right side of that is a large lake, similar to the fashion and size of this canyon, in that it's as far east as you can see and extends outward as far as you can. But right in the middle, between those things, where they're almost kissing one another, is a strip of land, like a land bridge, that seems to go over. The water flows into the canyon at some point, and appears to go into a forested area. And everyone roll a perception check for me.
That would be a dirty 20 for Miss B.
Ooh,
Okay.
21.
I got 21 backwards.
Okay, but you are all able to hear from some distance away, and you hear them before you see them, but you hear people arguing. And you hear the voice of a woman, high-pitched, sharp. It seems to be whatever she's saying. You can't understand quite so much, but it's sharp. And then when she seems to be silent, the other voice, a baritone, is just as loud, a little more drawn out, but you can also tell it's filled with anger.
And this is where in relation to us?
So you can barely see these people. They're just over the land bridge. So imagine probably a football field's distance from you. In a goblin's field. I don't know if that's a sport they have, or a goblin ball field away from about 100 yards from you is where this land bridge goes over. To the right, the water is flowing underneath this bridge into the canyon area, and then just beyond the land bridge is this where the forest kind of starts, and they're right in front of the forest, just past the other side of the land bridge from where you're at.
You said this voice sounded familiar?
No.
Oh.
Does not sound familiar to you.
Well, I'm definitely going to go investigate to make sure everybody's okay.
Okay, is everyone else going to go?
Yeah, I'll follow him.
Yeah, gotta make sure the baby's okay.
I don't know who that's directed at.
Who is that directed at?
Probably the shrill voice or whatever.
Probably the newly 18-year-old of the party.
Yeah, I thought it was the child that we found out we were.
I've done a lot of living in my 18 years.
Basically 23.
Lucian, the poor child that's had a smoking problem since he was 12. Yeah.
As you approach, you see two figures, and they couldn't be, or two groups of people, and they couldn't be more different as you observe them. The group to the right looks like they're well-to-do, well-off. Their clothes seem to be very fine. They stand a little taller. They look a little more confident than the group on the left, who look like a ragtag group of individuals, a little bit dirtier. Their clothes are torn, maybe not as nice even as the group on the right, but they are nonetheless seeming confident in whatever they might be discussing. On the right side, you see a Kalashtar woman who is in this group of the elegant silver and white robed individuals, and you'll notice that all of them who are not speaking, they seem to have this solemn look about them. They're just looking at this argument. Their wrists, the sleeves of their clothing is so long that they are holding their hands inside like the other sleeve, and everyone seems to be uniform in that stance. The other group, like I said, very ragtag, they seemed ready just to attack. They don't have any weapons on them. Nobody has any weapons. And the woman who is on the right side with this fancy group of individuals says, "We were here first, and so we reserve the right to go through first." And the other male, he's considerably shorter than this woman, so he's looking up, and he says, "Your people are always stomping on our people. We get to go first because you get to go first and everything else."
Did I just walk into an episode of Avatar?
I want to talk about, for a second, the amazing voice work.
That's really good.
I was so blown away. It sounded straight out of an Audible.
I actually hired there's a couple Audible people down, like, sitting below me, and I just, like, mouth their words.
Oh, that's so smart.
Oh, people are supporting
It's
him
a lot of
from under
money
the
coming out of the podcast.
Interesting.
Thank you, $50 patrons, for paying for professional Audible actors.
He like changes his camera view, and you just see people like crunch down. Beat us! I'll cut you, baby bird.
Here's $1. Enjoy it.
Here's your gummy worms.
What seems to be the problem here?
And the female, Kalashtar female, looks over you almost after she didn't notice you. "Oh, excuse me, little one. I didn't realize you were there."
Literally, I'm like 6 foot tall. It's fine.
Oh, I love this.
It's fine.
Can I help you?
Blessings of the Lady of Light to you both.
Oh,
how can I help?
When you say that, they both turn and they give. Tell me now what like a traditional greeting for like devout followers of Nova would be.
It would be.
Is you gonna make it up right now? Yeah.
It would be. It's you put up one fist and then you splay all your fingers out, and it's sun and stars. Sun and stars, brother.
Okay, and do you say anything? I mean, like you say greeting, but do you say anything with that? Or do you say sun and stars?
I say sun and stars to you. Also, what seems to be the problem? How can I help?
And she says, sun and stars. And he says, sun and stars. Almost begrudgingly, but he has to give that. And she says,
It's manners.
Are you a father of Nova?
I'm a cleric in her service.
How appropriate. Well, then perhaps you can solve this conundrum for us. And the man says,
I'd love to.
Ain't no conundrum. We just want to get what's owed to us.
What's owed to you?
Well, you know, every decade we must go back to Taggart and pay our dues to Nova, the great goddess of the light.
Common pilgrimage.
Yes, well, we both have decided that we wanted to go apparently on the same day. And what makes it worse is we both can't use the same pass.
Why not?
Why not?
And she says, because they are Carusos, and we don't deal with the likes of denizens.
Well, I'll have you know that I've studied the Lady of Light's teachings, and she thinks that so long as the pass is wide enough for two people to walk abreast, then Carusos and denizens should take the path arm in arm and let their light extend even further.
And they both look at you, and the guy says, sounds pretty made up. And she says, I also don't really care for that tenant.
Why doesn't just one go first and the second go after?
Because we either get to use the forest, or we have to take, and he looks over, the canyons.
Couldn't just one of you go and the other wait 30 minutes and then the other go? Kind of like an awkward romance?
We are getting there first. I don't think so, sire. We will be getting there much earlier than you.
Is this a weird game of if you're not first, you're why? What's so good about being first?
As you are hearing them talk, as you ask that, actually, you hear someone. I say you hear them. Roll a perception check for me, all three of you.
12.
9.
19.
So Shane, perhaps Lucian will have noticed this character ever so gently stroll up, very, very calmly. And Dwayne, your question was again to them.
Why do you want to be first? What happens if you're first?
And this guy, this human, he has on a black karate gi with like a red vest, and his hair is pulled back in a high ponytail, and he has a and correct me if I'm saying it, ninjutsu. Is that the ninja sword? Is that what that's called? I tried to find that.
Yeah, no, that's right.
And he has one of those.
Ninjutsu. I mean, that's a thing you can say. I mean, technically it's a daito and a shato.
Anyways, everyone use your imagination.
I'm pretty sure it's a wakizashi, but
whatever it is, it's one of those cool looking square hilted swords, and it is hanging low to the right, like on his thigh. And he has a straw hat that sits kind of on his neck. He says, the first who arrives feels that they get more blessing than the rest. Hello, I'm Tao, and I will be leading an expedition. Problem is, I have double booked, and I can only prepare enough defenses for one group.
Oh, well, that's an easy fix. We'll just help you, right?
This would be most beneficial for both groups.
Because we can protect people, right?
Sure, I just don't... Seems a little ridiculous to think that just because you're first, you're going to get more blessings from the Lady of the Light, right? That doesn't seem like something she would do.
And also because this is outside the job, but sure, why not?
Wait, no. I've got a solution. I will confer a special blessing onto the group that is benevolent and patient enough to let the other group go ahead of them.
And they look at each other, eyes squinted, and almost at the same time say, We'll wait. And now they're squabbling back and forth about who is going to be the group who will wait to receive the special blessing.
Now, there's plenty of blessings for everybody. Come on.
And Tao says, why don't I lead one group, and you, one of you can accompany me, and the other two can take them through whichever path you'd like, canyon or woods. But I will tell you, the woods are filled with bandits, and in great number. The canyons, however, are filled with canyon spiders, and
super bandits.
You can't use magic there, or they will be attracted in great numbers. While they don't show up in great numbers, they are strong even in single numbers.
Really quick question. I just want to make sure I'm on the same page before we proceed. You, and I point to the female, whatever my race is, Kalistar, and you lead this group. So anything you say goes, yeah?
This is correct, yes.
Okay, perfect. And then I point to the other gentleman, and you lead your group, so whatever you say goes, correct?
Aye.
And what is he? Race-wise?
Oh, he's human. She's Kalistar, and
he's a super bandit.
Okay, so he's the human man. I'm going to cast Suggestion on this human man, so he needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That is a 10.
Right. He fails. Great. Suggestion is I suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two, and magically influence a creature you can see within range that can hear and understand you. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect. The suggestion must be worded in such a manner as to make the course or action sound reasonable. It's a long description. I don't know that you want me to go through the whole thing. But basically, I can suggest them to do a thing.
It just can't be, like, harmful, right? Is that a thing?
Correct. He can't harm himself, and if, like, we beat him up, if any of us damage him, then he will stop doing that.
Okay.
So I'm going to say this, sir. I'm going to say, well, the Lady of the Light surely would want you to be the bigger person and wait, so you must let them go first so they can go. So you need to make your group wait and let them go forward.
And he turns and he Caruso's gather. And so they all angrily gather up, and you hear and he points back at you, and then he points back to the other group. And then turns and he looks at them and he says, "The Lady of Light find preference on us, hopefully." And the lady who is with the denizen says, "But as she will lead us,
Perfect, ma'am. You and your group can go first. These will wait about an hour, and then they'll follow you. Problem solved. And mysterious traveler who just showed up. Yeah, you can lead group 1. We'll lead group 2. Sound feasible? And we can all go down the same safe path.
I see what you're doing here, but every minute counts. I don't suggest any group waiting an hour.
What about 15 minutes?
Yeah, what happens in 15 minutes? I don't understand.
It's a day's journey across. And you're going to need every bit of sunlight that you have in order to complete the journey. Whether you take the canyon or you take the woods.
I'm pretty sure I can see in the dark, and we have torches and lights. What comes out at night?
More of
everything. Is it the bigger wolves we've been worried about?
Yes, the larger than life wolves will show up and
okay.
Try to recruit you to clean up the litter in the area, and it's very time consuming.
Sure. I just think we've solved this little conundrum with a little bit of magic.
Devin, blink twice if we need to go in the canyon.
No, you don't have to. I'll let you do what you want.
No. I think we should go in the canyon.
I think we just send all groups in the canyon. I'm just saying, keep everybody
fend
together.
for themselves.
Send them into the river. Just have them go walk underwater. And then everyone...
I'm just saying, keep everybody together. Because what happens is, you send one group down one path, you send another group down another path. First of all, the DM suggested we split the party, or the DM's NPCs suggested we split the party, which I'm not on board with. And second of all, there's no reason not to have.
We're not splitting
no,
the party.
No, he did. He actually did. That guy said, I'll go with one of you come with me, the other two go with the other person. I ain't for that. So I've used my magic. We're all on the same
one
path.
of the groups.
What? Okay, so I'm going to let you do this. So no, this is D&D.
One of the groups
You've made
goes
the
with
rolls.
him.
So this guy will suggest, he'll say to Tal, the man will, nope, I'm taking the woods. We'll be right behind you. I'm getting that blessing.
Why can't we just walk side by side, but like maybe 60 feet apart, so you're not together?
So it is. They absolutely. We will not travel with them. We will travel before. We will travel after.
Well, they'll travel after him. Let's be clear. My magic spell has told them that they will go second.
And so we'll travel after.
Okay, just so we're on the same page. Perfect. So it sounds like you're all willing to take the same path and keep relative safety, and perhaps we'll lag behind 15 minutes. Ma'am, does that sound agreeable to you?
Quite. Denizens.
Great.
Follow.
Weird.
And she turns, and her people quickly follow behind her, and Tal is going to take lead on this first group. And he says, well, I guess I can take this first group, and I'll see you on the other side.
Sure, if you have problems, just yell really loud. We'll be right behind you.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One thing we love at Lawful Stupid, among the other things we love at Lawful Stupid, is spreading the word about your business. Or maybe you want to tell your sweet, sweet grandma that you love her for the world to hear. We want to give you that chance. If you're a business and want to get your services on the air, or just want to tell a loved one a personal message, head on over to lawfulstupid.org/message in a bottle. There you can take around 250 words to say what you want. Business ads are $20, personal ads are $10. Tell the world what you have to hear with Lawful Stupid's Message in a Bottle. And it is, so it's still probably early morning, 9-10 o'clock. And as you enter into this forest, it's the canopy of it is pretty thick, and so it blots out a lot of the sunlight that would normally come through. It does heat up, kind of like a rainforest-esque south end. It seems a little bit more, I hate the word moist, but there you go. Humidity is pretty high here, and the heat has increased. And so you are walking along with this group that you know to be the Carusos. And so I'm not sure where you want to walk with them. There's about 20 of them, and you have with them, so you have the leader Caruso, and you have a lot of what I would call like the protector men of the group, even though they don't have weapons. You have about 5 women and 5 children, and it looks like they're helping. They're carrying one man on a maid sled, dragging behind him. It looks like he's injured or sick. And then you have a couple of those men who are pretty old, so some elderly with them as well.
I'm obviously going to go see this wounded gentleman.
Okay, and you notice he's barely conscious as he's being dragged along, and it's not it's just one guy who's pulling it, and it's slanted onto the ground as they drag it along, and so his feet are kind of like bouncing the whole time. He's strapped in so he doesn't fall. Does not look very comfortable as he's going along.
So what's happened to you?
Oh, what? Who is there?
I'm gonna address the guy who's pulling the sled. What's wrong with this gentleman?
Oh, I don't know. He's got a fever of some kind.
I'm gonna hit him with a little magic, a little healing. Let me hit him with that cure wounds.
Yeah, let's do that. What's the roll? Actually, let's do this. What does it normally do for heals on that?
1d8 plus my wisdom.
Okay, yeah. Let me know what you get on that.
10.
Okay, wow. So because you gave that, what I'm going to have him do is he sort of he wakes up. Oh, thank you, sir. What is your name?
Oh, I'm Lucian.
And he grabs you and hugs you. Oh, Lady of Light, thank you for sending Lucian to us. And he steps away, does the sun and stars to you. And now he's kind of like a walking wounded. He's limping a little bit, but he's walking wounded. And so he's like, never anything like a pilgrimage when you're not feeling your best.
Yeah, I've been there.
I like to think Miss B is hanging out with the women and children. That's where she's gonna be.
Okay, and I think that's it's awesome of you. I don't know if it's just because it maybe reminds you of your kids at all, if that's why, or what's your motivation for that?
Definitely. It reminded her of her own kids, so seemed nice. She also knows how to fight very well, and if the tough guys are out on the side, she might as well be like with the ladies and able to defend them.
To your
from
left,
the inside.
You see a little girl who is mimicking kind of your walk, your posture, even your stride as much as possible. And you feel a tug on the other side, and another little girl says, I like your dress.
Oh, thank you. My mother made it when I was a bit younger than I am now.
Her eyes get really big, and she looks back and says, Mama, will you make me a dress like the pretty lady?
I ain't got time to be making no dresses. What do you think I am? Some kind of fucking dressmaker?
Slaps her into a canyon. Game over, kid. Dwayne, for you, anything? Anyone?
I'm walking up with a leader.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take that. You keep having your nice moment.
This is what this podcast is about, and it makes my heart happy. And so as you walk along with Caruso, how does leader Caruso is what his name is right now. Is there anything in particular that you ask, and this spell, does it like wear off? Does he realize at some point, like, I got? Or?
No, so that's the beauty of suggestion. He never realizes that like he was duped, but it lasts for 8 hours.
Okay.
Or until he completes his task.
Okay. Cool. All right. I think you're walking along. I don't know if there's anything you want to talk to him about, or.
Oh no, he's a religious nut, but my boy likes to be next to the people in power. I'm probably just doing small talk. Oh yes, this Lady of Light. No, tell me more. That sounds interesting, as I'm not paying attention at all.
And so he says, yeah, the Lady of Light, she, that's what our group is about. I'm the leader here, but more so because I'm the protector. I know we don't have weapons, but I make the decisions for our group, and it just happens to be...
You don't have weapons. How do you protect people?
Well, that's what we were supposed to meet at Tau for, the group leader, and it seems they always thwart anything we've got going on. Going back hundreds of years.
No, I don't understand. You're the protector, and you're hiring out protecting?
Yes, on the pilgrimage we can't bring weapons. I don't make the rules, but I obey.
I think you're the protector then.
Well,
you're like the leader.
Yeah, whatever. When we're back in our villages, I am the protector. I'm an avid fighter, but we can't bring weapons on the pilgrimage.
Oh. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. I just didn't realize weapons were required to protect people.
They are. They're not if you're trained in martial arts.
Does Tao have weapons? I don't remember him having weapons.
He had a sword. Big old sword on his right side.
Oh, that's right. I wasn't paying attention to that guy. I was worried he was blind and wearing green stuff and sees to his feet, but I guess that's a different thing.
Anyways, we've got to follow these stupid denizens. I'm sure they'll get there and talk about how they raced us to the end and how they're better than us in every way. They always steal everything from us. But you know what? Maybe...
Yeah, you say they steal everything. Why are you at odds? Does it have anything to do with the ball, by any chance?
No, actually. It did before I started making this episode, but now it doesn't. He says, hundreds of years ago, when the gods chose their champions, my ancestor and their ancestor were at odds for who would be the representative of Nova.
Like in your area, though, like regionally. You're not like her main steez, right?
No, like they're chosen to protect the dragons, the gods, the dragons themselves. And they chose Eshi over our chosen champion.
They chose Eshi?
Eshi.
Interesting.
Have you never heard of Eshi, the champion?
Tell me more. No, this is riveting.
So Eshi is the protector. It's confusing because Eshi is the champion of Hephaestus, but we serve Nova. Anyways, along with being the champion of the god comes a lot of prestige, a lot of renown, and you can tell that they have that because of, well, they get everything, the clothing, and they get the equipment, and we're left begging for scraps oftentimes. And they all say, oh, pray to Nova, and things will be better. Does it look like it's better for us?
I mean, it seems fine, honestly. But, you know, walk 1,000 miles in someone else's shoes. Am I right? But you didn't really explain what you know about Eshi. You just kind of said Eshi and then talked about it a little bit. Who is this Eshi? Describe them to me in great detail.
All I know is that Eshi was a great warrior for in her time during the wars, when things went bad, when people were wanting to kill the dragons, and as far as I know, she just had the attributes of like the other warriors that represented the god that they most desired, and she was fiery, and she never lost a fight. She was quick-witted.
Good to know.
The legends say that she never actually died. She's supposedly still roaming the world today.
Closer than you'd think, I'd bet.
If she was close now, I'd give her a couple of words.
Sure, which ones? Just, like, if you could say anything, which ones would those be?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose it's not her fault. She was better. But now we live in the after effects of all the things that are happening.
Oh, so you're mad that she didn't, like, stay around to solve all your problems? Does it make sense?
We don't know what happened to Ashy. The dragons were defeated. The Guardians apparently failed in their jobs. And really that part of history is unknown after that.
Oh, so she let dragons die, and that's why you're angry.
There's mixed feelings and stories about those dragons.
Good point.
Anyway, my voice hurts from talking so much. So let's just...
Oh, really? I really was interested in more of your life story.
That's how I get you. I really do like talking, so I'm gonna keep on talking now.
Please be gravelly and hoarse for the next morning.
And so you guys proceed to walk and talk.
Cool.
Small talk. I don't know if there's anything else you want to do.
Got more than I bargained for.
We always do.
In a good way.
Let me just do a quick roll for the first group.
And they're all dead. Weird.
Yeah, great. So it looks like you are going to be first after all.
And they are all dead. Cool.
Weird. You come up on them. Hey guys, good news. We don't need as many rations as we thought.
I go around and cast guidance.
Oh no, he buries them all.
Here's the... No, this is just cantrip. Just 6 seconds.
Cast ceremony on everybody.
Nova be with you. Sun and stars. You get it.
You know, the whole shebang. Okay, great. So it's high noon.
That's the spookiest time.
And about that time, in front of you drop three armored men. One is beefier and has a larger axe in the middle. The two to his left and right have swords. And the Caruso says, "What's the meaning of this?"
So 3 armored dudes just drop in front of our group?
Yes.
Okay.
And then as he steps up to like talk to them, to say something to these men, an arrow flies out from somewhere and hits him in the right shoulder. Oh! And he goes down to one knee. And that's where we're in the episode.
What?
Yeah, a little shorter today, ladies and gentlemen. Technical issues, if I'm being honest. Mostly for me, a little for some others, but yes, thank you for listening today. So I'll go ahead and let you guys kick off for your things. I got to find a good news story while you're doing that.
Hey, if you... I forgot about that bit. Hey, if you want to support the show, you can go to store.lawfulstupid.org and you can get t-shirts, you can get stickers. I think the sticker competition is still going on.
No, it's over now.
Who won?
Hey, I won! Congratulations! Yeah, no, we record these super far in advance, so we'll announce the winner like 7 weeks from now. But I will say this, at some point in the near future, you'll be able to get the new Campaign 3 logo t-shirt, and it's going to look real good. It's going to look real good. Real good. You're going to want it a lot.
Good. Gosh,
just
so we're clear.
This is the best one yet.
Nope. The art will only match my compliments, so deal with it. So keep that in mind. That's coming. But absolutely, go get your stickers and your shirts, and I think that's the majority of what we have. Stickers and shirts, which ain't a bad thing. Yeah,
come and buy our stickers.
They'll be waiting for you.
And also
They'll
our
stick on
shirts.
They'll cost about $10. I don't know what they're
Besides making stickers, besides me making the stickers, I'll also tell you about joining our Discord. You should do that. Go to discord.lawfulstupid.org. Ta-da!
Come on, join our
Look at
Discord.
that. She knows how fucking C names work. She knows how branding works.
Hey.
You motherfuckers.
Hey, guess what?
What?
Girls Who
Chicken
Code.
butt. Got him.
Girls Who Code. It's important. Guess why?
Why?
Chicken thigh, motherfucker.
Dang it.
So we're rolling for humanity for Girls Who Code. This month, I have rolled a 19.
We're going to give all our money away, man. I'm
There's
okay with
only one number better than that you can roll on a d20.
Next time.
Next time. I always leave room for improvement.
that. That's the question for this episode. That's the one to think about.
Too bad you're not playing a, what is it, a champion?
I've been having a really rough time lately doing.
Well, hey, I got a good news story for you that'll help maybe raise your spirits a little bit. And you guys got to think about
I forgot this
that was
is a bit
different.
that we do.
But you didn't know. So, stunning heart-shaped amethyst geode has been discovered by miners in Uruguay, and now it's for sale. It looks super fake, but I guess they're pretty common. So, heart-shaped gems manufactured for gift on Valentine's Day, but this amethyst crystal didn't need any carving or polishing. When miners broke it open, they found an extraordinary heart already prepared by Mother Earth.
And the negative part of that story, because that's my role, is to tell the negative, evil end of that story, is those heart-shaped crystals actually carry the newest and deadliest strain of COVID. So,
my twist ending, I guess, is when they said minors discovered it, it was MINORS.
these poor children with
These
deadly
poor
COVID.
children are out there forced to mine COVID 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So that's going to be our next charity.
They've built up an immunity.
To get them sharper pickaxes.
Herd immunity.
It's our next charity is Diamonds in the Rough. It is charity that is focused towards ending child.
Teaches inner city youths on how to mine diamonds.
It sends dogs to the mines to give them like something to like pet on breaks.
No, the dogs are special seeing mining dogs, and they
can smell miners.
Gems.
Well, they're trained. Well, they can, but they are trained to dig up the only heart-shaped crystal. No, only bone-shaped crystals.
So the problem is, what they didn't realize is these
That's
aren't actually
great.
hearts. If you turn a heart upside down, it's a butt, and so that was
or a
butt.
nutsack.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
well.
Could be a nutsack.
Okay, that's
I
a good spot to end.
Don't know.
Show me an amethyst that comes out of the fucking geode, and it's just perfectly shaped like an anatomical human heart, and I'll be impressed.
Oh, that's not what hearts look like, bro? Well, golly.
No. Yeah. What do I have news for you? It's not really less than 3.
I don't think my doctor's been showing me an x-ray. He's just been showing me like a picture with like a heart label.
He's like literally just smacks a
It's working
Valentine
great,
against
buddy.
the wall. Chocolate comes out. Just, look at your ticker's looking real good, buddy.
Yeah, you did a good job. Take a piece of candy.
It's me, your doctor.
Dr. Candy. And on that note, we were going to say
This
thank
is
you,
what
everybody,
I sound like.
for listening to today's episode. We hope you enjoyed it.
We love you.
We love you.
Thank you.
Bye.
We love you. Bye. An apple a day keeps me away. Quick, somebody say something really funny.
No, we can edit
Somebody
out,
say
bro.
something really funny. That way Ginge has to keep it in. No,
No.
if you say something really funny, Ginge will have to keep it in.
But stuff.
There it is, the obligatory butt stuff of the episode.
Sut buff.
Yeah, we have satisfied all fans with this moment in time.
All fans are satisfied by butt stuff.